Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Beautiful Stitches. I'm glad you're on to my channel and I love you all. You're all welcome. Please, if you're new to this channel, I love you. Before leaving, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification bell to always get notified anytime I upload my videos. Today we'll be drafting a basic long sleeve pattern and it is very easy and simple. So let's get started. Here is my pattern paper. It's folded into two already. So I'll be drawing out our baseline. Remember, the baseline is where all our measurement starts from. So let's draw out our baseline at the open sleeve. Okay, so we'll be marking out our measurement from the baseline. All right, from the open sleeve we'll mark out our cap's height. To get our cap's height, we divide our bust by 12 and add half inch to it. All right, so mine is 4 inches. I have 3.8 inches, so I'll approximate it to 4 inches. All right, from my open sleeve to my elbow is 13.5 and the length of my sleeve is 24.4. All right, so let me mark it out on this other side so that I can have a straight line when I want to connect it. So we have 4, 13.5 and 24.5. That is 25.5 inch as my full length. So I'll draw it out into a straight line. All right, just as I'm doing it now. That is my cap sleeve. All right, connect the elbow too into a straight line and also connect the length, the full length of our long sleeve pattern. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't add my seam allowance. I'll be adding 0.5 inch because I'm drafting it on a pattern paper. If it's on a fabric, I'll be adding maybe 1 to 1.5 inch. So let me draw it out into a straight line. All right, let's go back to the cap's height. So what we do now is to impute our armhole measurements at the cap's height line. My armhole is 16 divided by 2. I have 8. So I'll be marking out 8 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. Just like as I'm doing it, I'll be connecting it from the open sleeve down to the end of that marking. All right, I'll draw a diagonal line to connect it, just the way I'm doing it now. Mark it out, connect from the open sleeve down to the marked end. All right, so what we do next is to locate the midpoint of this line we just drew now. We have 10 inches. 10 divided by 2, we have 5. So I'll be marking out 5 inches, which is the midpoint of this line. So what I'll do next is to come up by half inch. From that midpoint that I've marked out, I come up by half inch. Then use my ruler to connect it properly. So what I will do now is to use my curve ruler. From that half inch I came up, I will draw a line down to the end of my sleeve. Remember, it's not really a straight line. I'll also use the curve end of my ruler to also mark from the open sleeve down to the midpoint, making a curve. Just like as I'm doing it, as you can see, this is our back armhole. All right, so for us to draft out our front armhole, we also place the curve directly under the first curve. We'll make another curve again, right from the open sleeve down to the midpoint at the lower part of the half inch we measured out. Then also turn the ruler and also measure out, make another curve again from that midpoint down to the open end of pattern paper, just the way I'm doing it. As you can see, our front armhole is ready. Right, that is our front armhole and the other side is our back armhole. What I'll do next is to connect to impute my measurements. My elbow is 12 and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I'll be marking out 6 inches. Then I'll be adding 1 inch. Sorry, let me add half inch seam allowance since I'm drawing it on the pattern paper. If it's on the fabric, I might be adding 1 inch. Then my wrist is 8. 8 divided by 2, half 4. And I'll add half inch seam allowance also. Just the way I'm doing, even at the folding allowance, I'll also mark out my measurement. So I'll connect from the open end down to the wrist with my curved ruler. Okay. And using my hip curve, because it's not really curvy like other rulers. So I'll be using my hip ruler. As you can see, from the open end, I'll connect down to the elbow, and from the elbow down to the wrist, just the way I'm doing it. Make sure you're marking it correctly when marking on your fabric. Okay, exactly what I'm doing now. You can see our long sleeve pattern is already out and it has taken its shape already, as you can see. So what I'll do is to cut it out, but before cutting, I'll mark half inch on the folding line. I'll come out by half inch and then connect it to the main end of the long sleeve pattern, so that when you fold it, it will align with the end of the long sleeve measurement. All right, so let's cut out our long sleeve pattern and see how it looks. Okay, also remember that you cut out the back armhole before the front armhole, just the way I'm doing it. All right, our long sleeve pattern is ready. As you can see, it's looking very beautiful. So what we'll do now is to cut out the front armhole. So we'll spread out our pattern paper and then cut out the front armhole. Remember, you follow the smaller curve beneath the line, and just the way I'm doing it, just watch out. Yeah, as you can see. Yes, so our front armhole is ready. This is for the front and this is for the back. You can see this is the end of our tutorial. I love you guys. If you are new to this channel, please don't fail to subscribe. Subscribe before leaving. Touch the notification bell to always get notified anytime I upload my videos. And for comments and questions, please drop your comments or question in the comment section and I will attend to it urgently. Bye bye.